So, hello world. We're going to kind of give people a chance to trickle in. So, if you have any questions, start asking them now. Remember to at me so I can see it. In the meantime, we'll have doggies hunting for Cheerios. Because look at the doggies hunting for Cheerios. So, hi, Mike. Hi, Hex. Hi, Disillusioned. Hi, Larry. Hi, Phoenix. Hi, Bad Panda Bear. So, Hex asked me, what is my favorite color? Red, actually. Believe it or not. I think I need to disable my thing. So, yeah, hi Gem Doctor, hi Ironheart. We're just giving people a chance to filter in. So I'm gonna toss Cheerios at the dogs. The dogs, you know, are on camera. I don't know if we'll end up with a Cheerio on Tinker's back for like a whole minute like we did before. So, yeah, I do love the new black hole image. It is very cool. I like some of the art that's come with it. Hey, Guido! Yeah, you're one of the reasons why, you know, we're just kind of hanging out and waiting. Hey, Tinkerbell, can you sit? Tinkerbell, can you sit? She's like, no. Sit. Come on. They can see your tails. Oh, you sat. Okay, good luck getting it before Puck. So, I had a meeting, so I didn't get to start my stream as early as I would like to. You know, to give people a chance to filter in. So that's why we're just kind of hanging out. So, Stormer Joe asks, will the black hole image qualify for a Nobel Prize? That's actually a very good question, and I don't know the answer. I really, really don't. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not the person to speak about these things, so. Hey, Hannies! We're just throwing Cheerios at the dogs, as you do, as you do. The Gem Doctor says, my favorite black hole post was from XKCD, who superimposed the diagram of our solar system on the hole. I need to check that out. That sounds amazing. I need to check that out. Yeah. So, take a peek at how many people are here and see if there's enough people here for me to start. Today is going to be a busy day for us. We got 24 people. Today is going to be a very busy day for us, and we'll talk about why in a little bit. So let me pull everything back up that needs to be pulled up. Yeah, as Astro B says, welcome to Falcon Heavy Day. Indeed. So, I guess with that, we should just kind of, Disillusioned has this weird... Yeah, it's gonna be a good busy day. Not as busy as, like, what was it, last Tuesday? It's Cubert. How did Berry Sheet go? Berry Sheet is still doing its thing. We're gonna talk about that all in a second. Hey, Star Strider! Please science me while I make dinner. Only if you science me while I make dinner. So, Stormer Joe asks, what's the weather prediction on the FH launch? This sounds like a good time to get rolling into the news. See, everybody's asking about the Falcon Heavy. So yeah, let's talk about the Falcon Heavy, shall we? We pull up my notes. There is, I know off the top of my head, there is a 90% chance of good weather tonight. No, it's okay! The dogs are excited that there's a 90% chance of good weather today. They're a little trigger happy on the barking. Here, have some Cheerios. Be quiet. They want 100%. Indeed, the dogs do indeed want 100% chance. But there's a 90% chance of good weather. Hey, thanks for the host, Comet Girl. Yeah, there's a 90% chance of favorable weather today. Yesterday, it was 80% chance. So, it's better. It's better. I hope it goes well today. The launch is indeed tonight. I have, unfortunately, for whatever reason, in this slide notes just the UTC time. So, everybody gets to do math! So, at 2200 hours, 35 minutes, UTC is the launch. And SpaceX will start their stream about 20 to 30 minutes before that. And we'll start even before that. So, yeah. 22 minus 4 is 18. So that's like 6:30-ish. So I should be on air by like 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. So yes, this is a picture of the Falcon Heavy in the, I guess, assembly complex. Starstrider showed you a video of it being put all together yesterday, and I think as well as a video of it going vertical. And as Hex points out in the chat, the picture, or the rocket in this picture has black legs, but the one on the pad in the live feed yesterday had white legs. I don't know. Yes, Veronica, 2:30 Pacific. So, I mean, it could have been white because of the ice. It could have been white from painting. I don't know why it was white. So, as Starstrider covered yesterday, first commercial payload for Falcon Heavy, Arabsat 6 Alpha, which is essentially a communication satellite. It's gonna beam down TV and I think possibly internet and etc., etc. But it's essentially a ComSat. They'll attempt to land both the side boosters and the core. The side boosters are going to come down in zones 1 and 2, which I'm assuming is near where it launches, and the core is going to land on the drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You. So, there are actually sonic boom alerts, which I find hilarious, and I don't understand why I find it hilarious, but there's actually, these things are going to be coming in so fast that they're going to create a sonic boom alert when the side boosters land. So I thought that was amusing. So here's a picture of it upright on the pad, because it's still upright on the pad. On this picture, it has the black covers, so ice? I don't know. But yeah, it's vertical and on the pad and ready to go. They're just waiting for good weather. And at the very top is the payload in the fairing, and there's got side boosters, and yeah. So, I don't think Pamela showed you the mission patch, so here's the mission patch. I thought it was pretty cool. It's pretty simple. It has the Falcon Heavy, the globe, some text, and I guess that's going to be like the path of the satellite, or about a rough path of a satellite. And the most notable, there's two things I found interesting about this mission patch. The first was the globe. North Americans are used to seeing it showing North America and South America. This globe is centered on like Europe and the Middle East and Africa, which I think is pretty cool because, I mean, the satellite is going to serve the Middle East, and the dot is actually kind of over the Middle East, so that's pretty cool. And then the other thing that stood out to me was this, I don't know if it catches my cursor. It does, kind of, but it's probably hard to see. So, the other thing that stood out to me was this 4-leaf clover. And yeah, I was like, what's up with that? There's a tradition of putting it on the mission patches for good luck. Seriously. I guess on the first couple of launches for each rocket type, like, there was 4-leaf clover painted on the fairing. So, I thought that was an interesting tidbit, because I was like, why is that there? I don't know who gets these patches. I don't know if they're available for purchase, but I think it's a pretty cool patch. So, if you have any questions about, the launch tonight, at me now, and I'll answer them later. So, the next thing that's happening today is Barry Sheet landing on the moon! Yeah! So this is a picture that Barry Sheet took. This is actually a picture from Barry Sheet. Check out those cameras. Isn't that amazing? And yeah, coverage from Israel starts at 1800 hours, 45 minutes UTC, which is 2:45 p.m. Eastern and 11:45 a.m. West Coast. So yeah, it's a beautiful image. I'm excited for this. I'll be back on by like 2:15 Eastern time to so we can set up our bingo cards. And yeah, I thought this was an appropriate image for Barry Sheet today to share the news. So it actually lands a little after 2200 hours local Israel time, and I forget what time zone Israel is in, like UTC plus what. So, but I do want to show you something that is kind of amazing. So this image is a screenshot of the arrival timetables for the international airport near Tel Aviv. This started off as a hoax, and it became reality. So in case you don't see it, I circled it for you. So yes, yeah, that's right. Check it out. They actually put Barry Sheet on the arrivals board in the airport. This is freaking amazing. It did start off as a hoax. Ambius posted the image in our Discord, and then somebody saw it and was like, you wanna know what? We need to make this a real thing. So it's a real thing. Enjoy it. The last time I checked, it was on page 3 of the arrivals board. As it moves up in the day, it'll probably, eventually get closer to being on page 1. So they have everything here is in local Israel time, and they have the landing set to 2200 hours. It actually lands closer to 2205. I think they start the maneuvers at 2200. I'm not entirely too sure, but we'll stream it. I'm excited. Okay, so that's all the things that are happening today. So, and there's only one launch next week, and that is Northrop Grumman's Cygnus resupply mission to the ISS. So that launch will be on the 17th at 2000. I know I struggle with this. I didn't need your input. 2000 hours, 46 minutes UTC. That's 4:46 p.m. Eastern, 1:46 West Coast, and bright and early on the 18th at 6:45 a.m. for Sydney. This is the launch with the robots and the science. So I wasn't too sure when they were sending up, the robots, but this is the launch with the robots. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, we talked about it last month. I went and looked it up. We talked about it last month. They're sending up the Astro Bee robots. There's going to be 3 of them going up. So this is a side view of the Astro Bee showing one of the propulsion modules, because all the propulsion modules are like a little off center, so if one fails, it just doesn't spin in circles. And yeah, these are going to just run all the way around by themselves, so I guess operate autonomously is the official wordage. And they're also going to be able to be controlled by Houston. I know you're not thrilled about, robots running around on their own. So, Astro Bee has been described as a big fluffy bowling ball by Trace Smith, who is the lead systems engineer for the project. So a big, fluffy bowling ball. Ah, I'm excited. So yeah, like I said before, it can move on its own, and it will autonomously navigate around the US, the ESA, and the JAXA modules of the ISS. Not the Russian segment. I don't know why not the Russian segment, but not the Russian segment. And it'll do really boring. This is pretty much a direct quote from the article, which I will link to you in a second because it's really good. So from the article, a near direct quote, it will do really boring stuff like taking sound readings all over the space station or doing inventory with RFID or checking CO2 levels. So, you know, astronauts can do scientific things or observe a can of nuts. I'm not even joking about this quote. So I'm gonna link the article. It's a pretty cool thing. It'll even dock itself when it needs to be charged. This is a successor to the Sphere robot, which I know I haven't talked about those. I haven't gotten that far. One day we'll talk about all the robots that have been on the ISS. So, this is a successor to the Sphere robots, which used batteries and CO2, I think, to propel themselves around. And this, I guess, just sucks air in and pushes it out. But the spheres had to be observed because they were, I guess, slightly flammable. These are not. Fenring donated bits. Cheerios. Make it rain. I know you guys can't see the dogs. I'll do it again when you can see the dogs. So, yeah. And the robots, there's 3 of the Astro Bees going up. And they have names. And their names are Honeybee, Bumblebee, and Queen Bee. So, you know, interesting factoids. And the last image I have for you from Northrop Grumman is this one. The International Space Station on-ramp, pointing to a rocket. I have no idea if this is a real image or an altered image. I don't care. I was amused. Highly, highly amused. So, there you go. That's that amusing image. And to summarize everything, here's our events card. Slide, whatever. So, again, all month long is Global Astronomy Month. And then later today is the Falcon Heavy. Oh, I did not put these in the right order. And then also later today, in a little bit, Berry Sheet lands. And then there's next week, there's, you know, the Astro Bees finally going to the space station. Woo! So, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna switch over. I'm gonna launch more Cheerios. Oh, Puck, speak. Come on, speak. Really? He whined. I don't know if you could hear that. So here's the Cheerios, and make it rain! And y'all can watch the dogs eat Cheerios. So, again, now is the time to ask questions. I'm going to scroll up through chat and see what y'all had to say. Please at me for questions so I can see them easier. Otherwise, I might scroll right past it. So, doot. White versus black legs. Let the conspiracy theories begin. Yeah, I know, right? Resmat says this, meaning the Falcon Heavy, is like the first 2 space shuttle flights with white external tanks. They then switched to orange, but all the press images had already gone with the white ones on. They had on file. And Veronica says, I warned my friend in Coco yesterday, and she's like, we're immune to it now. Yeah. Oh, shoot. Hex actually points out the boosters each generate 3 sonic booms. Wow. Wow. That I did not know. Was thinking it was just going to be one, but wow. Yeah. Disillusioned is worried about my nap time. So much to do, but when is nap time? I have had coffee, and I have more coffee, so I don't think I'll need a nap today. Trillian points out, Northrop Grumman 3 times the cost and half the payload of SpaceX. Not my problem. Are the astronauts going to learn how to use lightsabers? I don't know. I can't remember. I know what you're talking about, those little teeny robots that shot off lasers that people practiced with lightsabers with, and I can't remember if Astrobi or Spheres looked more like those robots. And the protocol droid, it's an ISS space Roomba. I mean, it is going to do housekeeping things, but I don't know if it's actually going to be able to clean. I do know that the Astrobes are going to float more towards what the astronauts and cosmonauts consider the ceiling of the spacecraft, which, hey, there's more. There's more bits. Are you ready for more bits? Here's the Cheerios. And make it rain! And, words. But yeah, the astronauts and cosmonauts actually refer to bits because there's no real up or down in the space station. But the lights, I guess, are all on one side. So they refer to the part with the lights as the ceiling, and that's their ceiling. And everything else is, opposite of that is the floor. So the Astrobes are actually going to be floating kind of along the ceiling so they don't get stepped on, which I thought was interesting. And yeah, boring tasks for robots are good, better than humans. Indeed. I don't know what color the final ones are going to be. I'm sure we'll see that eventually. Oh shoot! Guido says that sign is real? You can even see those signs on Google Street View at KSC? What? No way! Ah. Let me go back and switch back over so you guys can see this again. So Guido says that this sign is really real. Like, yeah. Yeah. That's cool. I am even more amused because I was so afraid that it was going to be a fake. Is ETH multi-directional or can it point anywhere? I'm not sure what ETH stands for. Fenring asks, do we know how long the landing maneuver and how long it will last, assuming it lands well? That was all in the press kit. And I don't remember off the top of my head. I do know that, if I remember correctly from the press kit, the payload separates at 40 minutes in. So, Larry Weird and Proud asks, what's the exposure time of the black hole images? I have no idea. I really don't. These are more of Star Strider questions. No ISS Roomba until they get a cat. How's that not a dark side, light side reference? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, Event Horizon Telescope. I remember, everybody. I know just enough astronomy to be dangerous. I don't know the exposure time on the black hole image. I suspect it was days. And I don't know. And yes, as Dave Killen says, the boosters will land at zones 1 and 2, and the core will land on the drone ship. Of course, I still love you. Puck, can you speak? All right, that's a good boy. Have some more bits. Some pictures do show 90-degree block pieces. Okay. I have no idea. Oh, EHT is virtual. I don't know, guys. I don't know. These questions are a little out of my league. So, hi, Kenting. Welcome. So, we've just pretty much reached the end. Everybody's kind of asking questions, and I'm throwing Cheerios at the dogs because it amuses me, and it keeps them quiet. Hi, Comic Girl. So, I am... period of years. Yeah, that's what I assumed, that the exposure had to be at least days. I guess some people in the astronomy education outreach people, like, I guess they've kind of known about it low-key for years. More bits! More bits! Are you ready? Can you speak? Speak! Alright, thank you, Veronica. Puck says thank you. He's ready for his bits. Here's the Cheerios, and make it rain! Oh, more bits! More bits! I don't think I can get them to bark for you, Trekker Kev. I'm sorry. Puck? Puck? They're hunting. They're hunting in Tinker's bed. Alright, so, here's the Cheerios. Puck! Can you speak? Come on, speak! Alright, there you go. You got a thank you from Puck, Trekker. And make it rain! Alright. Yeah, I guess people in the ESO community low-key knew about this image for, like, weeks. Tiffany Stone Wolbrick? Or is it Wolbrick Stone? So Tiffany at the Word Beecher Planetarium at Youngstown State University was talking to me about it, and she's like, oh yeah, people were asking me, like, months ago about this image. So, ESO, no, European Southern Observatory. European Southern Observatory. More bits. Star Strider says tomorrow she'll do her best to I guess explain all of this better, because I am not the right person for this, guys. So yeah, so those of you that have, you know, just tuned in or have joined us for, like, the first time, hi, I'm Annie. I am, like, one half of the, you know, CosmoQuest streaming team. I have, do my full bio. My background is in computer science. I worked in a planetarium as an undergrad, and I know just enough astronomy to be dangerous. Can I save the question for tomorrow? Somebody will save the question for tomorrow. So, yeah, my background's mostly in computer science. I know just enough astronomy to be dangerous. Dr. Pamela, which I think there's a command for her, she is the astronomer. Aha! Yeah, she's the astronomer. Like, has the PhD and all of those things. Astronomer, and she can answer these questions sometimes a whole lot better than I can. I like things that you know, go up in the sky. I like space toilets. That's been my latest weird rabbit hole of the internet, which there's one from China. I think there's still 2 Soyuz. And then there's 2 more on the space station. So there's 5 toilets in orbit, I think. I think there's 5 toilets in orbit. I might be miscounting. I'm not sure when or if the Soyuz has undocked. I can't really remember. And there's kind of just chatting. Anything strange out there? Define strange. I mean, there's a Chinese space station out there that's not occupied. It's there, though. Yeah, so I don't think I really have anything else for you guys, and y'all are asking questions that are kind of... Oh, thank you for following Dr. Pamela on Twitter. So yeah, questions are kind of out of my league. So I'm going to do last call for questions. And while I do that, I'm going to attempt to do the station identification things. So first of all, PSI. We are in association with Planetary Science Institute, working in collaboration with Youngstown State University here in, oh my gosh, it might actually be sunny today, Youngstown, Ohio. PSI is a 501c3 corporation, so your donations are tax deductible where laws allow. So yeah, cool. Speaking of donations, yeah, we are literally here because of you. So thank you a lot for all of that. Your bits, your Patreon donations, your merch, your subscriptions, all of that helps, you know, pay for literally my paycheck and Cheerios for the dogs. Isn't that right, Tinkerbell? Have a Cheerio. Yeah, so yeah, thank you. And if you can't afford to donate or buy merch or any of that stuff, that's okay. It's okay. We've all been there. Follows are free. Chatting with us during a stream is free. Hanging out on our Discord is free. We're really nice. We also really appreciate like random space memes and things of that nature, which you can see those in our Discord. Yeah. So, and if you ever miss an episode, we archive all of these on YouTube after a day or so. So, yeah. There's all of that. So I think that's all of the things. So I'm going to scroll up because I saw a couple tags. So yes, I will be streaming both of the things today. It's going to be a busy day, and I'm going to try to do like other work in between, so it's going to be a busy day for me. The dogs might actually get overfed with Cheerios. So Hanny's asked, how many toilets could fit into the M87's black hole? All the toilets. All the toilets and then plus one. Starstrider says, you know more about rocketry. That's literally because I've been streaming rocket launches and things, and I've learned as I've gone, and the amount of things that I pick up, and there are totally people in chat who know way more about rocketry and satellites than I do, and they are not afraid to call me out and correct me on things, which, by the way, I take zero offense to. If I'm wrong, please correct me, because otherwise I will keep repeating the wrong thing over and over again, and I'd rather not do that. So, yeah. Yeah, so as Hanny, or as not Hanny, as Larry points out, there's 6 people on the ISS, so they have to have 2 Soyuz. So, yeah, and 3 people per Soyuz. Everybody has a seat. There's no lifeboat problems, and each of the Soyuz has a toilet. The space station has 2 toilets, and the Chinese space station has 1 toilet. So, even if they don't all, yeah, they all have space suits. They just don't all have EVA suits. So. And I think that's everything. But yeah, I am totally going to stream both of the things. Yeah. Stream both of the things. There's gonna be plenty of Cheerios for the dogs. And we're gonna play bingo and all that other fun stuff. So yeah, and that is indeed all I have for you. Escape. So now it is for the awkward portion of our broadcast where, you know, I struggle for the credits and find somebody to raid. Hey! I know this is awkward. You don't have to make it more awkward. So if you have any suggestions for somebody to raid, please say something now. I'm going to briefly look at Knowledge Fellowship because that's literally the easiest thing for me to do, to look for somebody to raid and to see who's live. Oh Bother is on. And Bother builds stuff. And shh. And EGASA might be on too. KSP all day. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, speak up, say who you want to raid, and Disillusion goes, oh bother. I like awkwards. You like awkwards. Well, that's okay. I'm glad you like awkward. So, alright. So, oh bother is on, so we're gonna raid oh bother because why not? And I'm gonna roll the credits, and yeah, I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining me, and yeah, I will see you later, and we can pelt Cheerios at the dogs together and cheer on all the space stuff that's happening today, because oh my gosh, there's so much space stuff happening today. But yeah, until next time, bye!